I want to take the game from US Championship, basically the last game that I wanted to show you, between like very nice game in my opinion, Jeffrey Jong and Hikaru Nakamura. So that was the game that I really like the simple play of Jeffrey, and at the same time very easy. So we are talking about Pirk. Well, actually, it was he played d6 for some reason. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why. I mean, d6, and then seemingly not very aggressive setup, right? Classical, but you know, I'm not a big fan of bishop e2. Of course, there is like, well, I feel like it's a little bit harmless, So he's playing bishop e3. Seems like a good system to me, guys. Bishop e3. I think potentially this kind of position also occur through bishop e3 line. Now there are like different moves, but I know like recently very popular reaction to play c6. Again, guys, this kind of position can happen if white plays the system knight c3, bishop e3 without knight f3. So it's kind of like very useful. And you know, c6 is one option. There is a6 as well, but you know, this is just very popular, like, you know, I'm checking, it's still like 2400 games. It's a lot. Now queen d2, and kind of like very logical. I remember, I think like I used to play like this with black when I played Pirk. There were a few years I played Pirk. So castle is kind of like dangerous because bishop h6 coming. So black is delaying. Trying to play a couple of moves on the queen side. b5, so obviously the threat is b4. Bishop d3. Here. Knight bd7. Now, well, I guess it's always in the air, like a move knight g4. So he's playing h3. Well, there are still 200 games, so this is like, I guess, a very well prepared. e5, d5. Look, guys, this position, I don't know, optically, I remember most of the positions, guys, like there is too much chat going on. Like I would suggest you stop, please, right? Because there are the other guys who want to pay attention more, like too much chat, like questions. Let's stop, let's focus on chess. Private messages. You want private messages? You're welcome. Like I wouldn't recommend, but what can I do? And nobody can see them. So like you are not disturbing other players, right? Now this position, like normally this kind of situation where like black delivers a5 and b5 and d5, you know, like symmetrical pole structure, normally it's fine. It's fine for black. I mean, maybe people can say that black is taken over. What, guys, what do you think? Like already I got the answer before even I asked the question, Ryo. But I want other players also to be engaged. So guys, do you know maybe about some interesting plan for white that white can like play for advantage? Yeah, Vedant, you're right. No, Daniel, I mean that's crazy. Bishop takes b5. I don't think you have any chances with it. No, guys, what do you sacrifice bishop b5? What is this? Bishop h6 followed by h4, h5. I mean, you cannot get h4, h5, to be honest. Guys, what do you go crazy like bishop b5 sacrifice? Like, what is this? g4. The problem is g5 will be run into knight h5. Guys, very important idea, very classical idea in this line, to play a4 to undermine pawn b5. I think mainly it's very efficient when it's very positional, guys. There is no attack here. Like, you know, I mean, black played solid. We play a4, and it's very important to do this before bishop on b7. With the bishop on b7, he can maintain the pawn on b5. You know, pawn on b5, it's very, very good, very good pawn. Guys, like I don't know, I think like every answer anyway goes like a chat. Usually it was like this. So I don't know, like guys, I'm not gonna like play now with the like settings you just try, like when you answer, just make sure you answer privately. Teddy, what you always send these questions, like question mark. Can you please stop? Now a4 again, like I wanted just to repeat, pawn on b5, we need to attack with the bishop on b7. He can maintain the pawn just by playing a6. Now he practically forced to play b4, right? Where the knight goes, guys, what do you think? Knight goes where? And it's heading to which square? What do you think, guys? Yeah, everyone is like 100%. I get 100% correct answer. Knight plays to e2. I don't know. Maybe you wanted like knight a2. I don't know. Knight d1, b3, knight b2, something like that. Yeah, knight a2. So he's protecting the pawn. You know, by the way, it's like still 20 games. I mean, unbelievable. Now, what next? So there is a recommendation knight g3. Well, knight g3, I guess we can do. No, Daniel, no, not knight c1. I mean, you want to go to b3, but we already mentioned that knight. I'm not saying it's bad, you know, but I think like knight eventually will come to probably to g3, unless maybe taking part on the queen side in some cases. But very important plan here, guys. Very important. That's the part of the strategy for white. b3. Well, I mean, so many players answered a4. I felt like you know the idea. Oh, I'm a little bit surprised. How to follow up here for white? What idea? Alvin, what idea? To answer my question. Yeah, well, guys, like, you know, castle I wouldn't ask, right? Again, knight c1. No, I mean, knight c1, knight b3. I mean, not a bad square, but I mean, I'll put queen on e7. I don't know. Guys, bishop h6, knight g3. No, we are not attacking. Like, what's the point? You know, we played a4 and then we are attacking. I mean, okay, could be the idea knight comes to g3. No, guys, the whole point that we here undermine the pawn structure. That's very important. Very important to remember. c3, c5, guys, castle. But by the way, it was important c3, not like, you know, knight g3 first, castle, knight g3, because bishop b7 is coming. Yeah, bishop b7 still played, and he played rook fd1. I mean, very like, by the way, computer suggests maybe possibility to take right away on b4, but this is very logical, rook d1. This position is actually, computer gives like very solid advantage for white. I was even like shocked a little bit, you know. And also the score is like 3-0 here in this position. 3-0 for white, all grandmaster games. Now it's actually 4-0. This and some bishop b5, maybe nice rook c1. So basically we prepare everything and we take cb4 at some point, and that's all. And I think, guys, you can see that the major difference, and very important one, that we have this bishop on e3, which is plain, and he has bishop on g7, which is stuck basically behind his own pawn e5. That's the difference. So basically, once we open up the play, we'll have extra piece, and that's very significant. So there was like rook fc8, and now everything is ready. But by the way, guys, he could have captured. There are like ideas like to play rook fc1, bishop b5 before. But anyway, the strategy itself, right? cb4, maybe a b4, but it's still clearly better for us. He took cb4, and now bishop c4, very nice move. Now, so there is some connection with knight g5 tactics, obviously, right, guys? Knight f8. Knight f8. I guess what is I didn't pay attention. He wants knight to play knight g5, knight e6. That's the point. Ah, not really. Maybe some trick with h6. I don't know what is happening here. Like maybe some trick like this. So like knight f7, rook c4, right? Anyway, so he didn't play this. He didn't enter like complications. Play just very simple chess. This is what, like, it's super easy system for white. You know, guys. Queen d6. Even endgame is bad. Queen d6, queen d6, rook d6. Already pretty good advantage. Rook c7. It doesn't look so, right? I mean, it doesn't look like it's like really bad. But for instance, after rook b6, it just like I couldn't believe my eyes that it's +2. +2 according to the engine. How it's possible, right? It's equal material. Even like, you know, I can say like not always we take on a5, but I guess there is idea rook b5 as well somewhere, right? Just totally winning. Probably no defense, just like losing material somehow. Now how we win something after rook e8? Who can see? I'm just like rook b5, there is bishop a6. This position +4 according to computer. Like I cannot believe. No, well, but how? We just played bishop b6. Rook b5, bishop a6, rook c5. But well, Eric, you're right about bishop a6, but that doesn't look like improvement for us, no? Like trading this rook and allowing him to get rid of this bishop. b3 is very good positional move, guys. b3 is very good positional move, protecting the bishop and probably renewing. Yeah, but you know how computer is crushed. Like knight g5. Knight g5, so we want to take on f7, b7 is hanging, right? Rook here, bishop b3, just trading rooks from c7. And I think it starts falling apart, right? Yeah, it's amazing. Like really impressive strategy. Guys, okay, let's get rid of this game. But again, like I want to mention that that was, you know, very, I mean, I like this. It's kind of like easy play, you know, it's easy play. And, you know, why just make sure that you like take on e5 and play e4 at some point, and then it's automatic. You know, before knight e2, c3, bring the rooks, open up, knight to g3, like very easy to remember. By the way, I quite often see the players that they don't know what to do against Pirk, and they don't play any challenging system. So I think like this might help.